And hello again, friends. I'm Covenant Ironface and my partner Dretmel Caress. Welcome back to another reaction shot where the legacy of horrible, shitty movies continues for the Schwarzenegger clan.
So, last time we spoke, we said we had an off week. We did find a movie to go see, and it was Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Now, before we begin, this movie is a B movie. It was intentionally silly and bad in some places, so we take that into account.
Yeah, but it clearly had the budget of a better movie, so I don't know how much of a stake in it that you can say, oh, well, they intended to be bad. No, I think they just meant for it to be stupid.
Alright, well, so let's start off. Of course, our story. Small town, was it Deerfield?
Yeah, I think something like that. California.
Deerfield, California! Our main characters are a group of scouts, if you haven't guessed by the name, who are essentially a joke of their school in the town. They're the only 3 scouts in the town, plus their scoutmaster, and they can't seem to recruit anyone. 2 of the scouts kind of don't want to be there anymore, while the third one's all gung-ho, I'm a scout! Yay! And while this is going on, apparently there is a zombie outbreak. It doesn't explain anything about the zombies, just it's
zombies!
Zombie outbreak. So the scouts have to man up or scout up or whatever. And we're the last line of defense. We're the scouts.
Yes, because where the police and the military have failed, 3 wannabes from scouts are going to save the world.
They didn't save the world. They barely saved the city. They saved their party.
They specifically said they were going to save the world, sir.
Anyways,
the main character is Patrick Schwarzenegger. I don't remember his character name because it really wasn't that
Ben.
Ben, yes. Oh, what can I say? There's really not much to tell. He really just gets dragged along by his friends throughout most of the movie. It's like, why are you the main character? Why do you get the most screen time? You're not doing anything. But he still gets the girl. Oh,
yeah.
Whoops. Spoilers. I don't think we care.
There seems to be a very forced the relationship thing. Be like, just horrible.
The zombies are, the main enemy in this. I think I have an app for the bad effects in this movie. I think I really do. Or there should be, just how horrible it is. And the other 2 scouts, and then one other girl, not the love interest, but another girl, who is pretty much badass, but we don't find out a lot about her, really.
You don't. It mentions, essentially, that she works at a strip club. That's about as much as you hear from her. And she looks like she could work there. But she shows up with a shotgun!
Yes, yeah, and she's the most badass throughout this entire movie, which I'll appreciate, because at no point does she become the damsel in distress like so many other tropes. It's like, no, she's just a badass, and she sticks that way. And I really appreciate that.
I think, the characters between main cast and subcast, it's really a quick blend. There's no real important sub-characters except for, I would say, Scoutmaster Dan. And it's funny... Rogers, sorry, Dan Rogers, that's right. The Scoutmaster, spoilers, he does end up dying, but he's basically a running joke as a zombie, because he keeps showing up. He's the most tenacious zombie in the entire town.
Well, I think I've already said my opinion of the effects in this movie. I mean, literally every effect in this movie is, bad CGI just splattered on top of the movie.
I think that one part early on where the guy's hitting against the window in the CDC building, it looks like jelly just running down the window. I can't say any effects were any good.
There's one thing I have to specifically mention and get out of my system. I've been bringing up constantly in some of our videos, the start of the movie is where you want to draw people in. And when you start with the janitor dry humping his mop
Oh yeah,
to Nicki Minaj or whatever pop song it was, you're setting the bar pretty low. I mean, granted, this movie was titled and set to be a comedy, but at most I got a couple of chuckles out of it. It was not really that funny.
It didn't.
A couple of jump scares, a couple of real gross out effects. Nothing to really write home about.
It wasn't. It didn't feel like the kind of comedy where hey, haha, laugh, that was hilarious. It was more like all these situations are so awkward that everyone in the audience is kind of laughing to ease the tension.
Yeah, and there's a couple of times where I'm like, just don't do it, and people are like, what are you talking about?
No, it's gonna do it.
Yeah,
he's gonna do it.
Yeah, and they did, and they did it every time. It's like,
so
this movie, like I was telling you on the way back, this movie felt like the writing started with a mixtape of pop songs, and it's like, hey, what zombie apocalypse situation can we put to these songs? Is this really the level of writing in Hollywood?
I don't know.
I really feel bad. It's like, maybe we should start writing movie scripts.
Maybe we should. It would be much better than some of these. What do you have to say overall, although I think I know what you're going to say?
Yeah, no, not going to recommend this movie whatsoever. Like I said, a couple of chuckles here and there, mostly gross out humor, mostly a couple of jump out scares, nothing important.
I have to disagree a little bit. Despite all that is bad and all that was horrible, I feel like it was one of those, perfect bad storms, and maybe that's what they were going for. I don't think you should go see it in the theater. Probably not worth buying either, unless it's only a few dollars. But I do think at some point, rent it and sit down with your friends for just a good night for laughs. If it hits the red box or something for a couple of bucks, it'd be worth that to hang out with your friends at home and just laugh at how bad it is. Because I did have enough laughs that I think it would be worth a couple of dollars.
Yeah, that's your opinion. Anyways, as we already told you, next week is Spectre. Which I'm really looking forward to.
Bond. James Bond.
Yes.
And I don't think we've got anything. What else do we have beyond Spectre? Obviously, Star Wars.
Star Wars. There was Mockingjay.
Yeah, Mockingjay. I don't think we have anything else yet. We're kind of getting sparse out, but we'll let you know as we get more to throw up on the list. But as usual, if you like listening to our stupid rants, go ahead and click the like button. And if you want to hear more of them, go ahead and click on subscribe.
See you next time.